Good, happy Saturday evening, January 25, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Saturday evening, so let's begin. First up, Senate floor belongs to Trump's team as defense case in impeachment trial opens. They started today at 10 o'clock a.m. and ended around 12:04 p.m. Trump's team finished their arguments for the day. They will reconvene on Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Weather forces organizers to cancel Black Ice Pond Hockey Championship in Concord. Take a look at this photo right here. The tournament was canceled Saturday due to poor ice conditions. The remainder of the Black Ice Pond Hockey Championship in Concord has been called off due to poor ice conditions. Organizers announced the cancellation on Saturday morning, writing in a Facebook post that Mother Nature was not kind to the black ice this year. Rain was expected Saturday, as well as temperatures hovering around 40 degrees. It's too bad. We put a lot of time and effort into this, planning it all year long. Black Ice Pond Hockey President Chris Brown said, "For an outdoor tournament, Mother Nature is going to dictate what she wants to dictate." The tournament began Thursday and was scheduled to go until Sunday. It was going to be postponed until February 7th, but organizers decided to hold it this weekend as scheduled after determining earlier this week that ice conditions would be good enough. This was the 10th year for the tournament. Rindge police. Store clerk fires at suspect after being stabbed during robbery. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
Police in Rindge looking for and accused of robbing the north of the border convenience store at gun and knife point. Investigators say the men entered the store with masks on, jumped on the counter, attacked the clerk, stabbing him in the stomach. Police say the men then took off as they arrived, taking some money with them. The clerk was taken to the hospital for his injuries, but is expected to be okay. Police say the clerk fired at the robbers as they ran away. Anyone with information is asked to contact Rindge Police.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Manchester police investigating after two show up at hospital with gunshot wounds. Manchester police are investigating after two men showed up at a city hospital Friday night with gunshot wounds. The men, both in their 20s, had serious injuries, but it's unclear if the shooting happened in Manchester, police said in a press release. It's also unclear if the shooting was random, and police said the men weren't providing much information. Anyone with information is asked to call Manchester Police at 603-668-8711. Dog killed, 2 displaced after Londonderry fire. Take a look at this photo right here. The fire was reported on Crinkle Drive about 9 a.m. A dog was killed and 2 residents were displaced after a fire at a Londonderry home Saturday morning. The fire was reported just after 9 a.m. at 7 Crinkle Drive, Londonderry Fire Battalion Chief Fred Henrik said. He said it began on the 2nd floor of a single-family split-level house. The right side of the house sustained significant fire damage, Henrik said, and the rest of the home sustained smoke damage. The fire was likely caused by an overheater power strip, Henrik said. Firefighters performed CPR on a dog that was inside the home, but it scrambled to its injuries. No other injuries were reported. The Red Cross is assisting 2 displaced. Dupree ousted as New Hampshire Republican National Committee man after 4 terms, resigned immediately. Hillsborough County GOP Chris Ager is the new chair, elected to post, key to keeping New Hampshire primary first. Steve Dupree of Concord is out after 4 terms representing the New Hampshire GOP on the Republican National Committee. The former 4-term state party chair was defeated in his re-election bid for the RNC post by grassroots activists and Hillsborough County Republican Chair Chris Ager of Amherst. Biden discusses impeachment in interview on W. Moore's Close Up. It will air tomorrow at 10 a.m. on W. Moore News 9. Let's take a look at the sneak peek.
This is our moment. This is our one shot to defeat Donald Trump. I'm asking you to join me to help turn the page on our politics. That is why I am running for president. Well, Tom, we covered a lot of ground in our interview and did talk specifically about impeachment and why the vice president does not want to testify on the floor of the Senate. Biden was, of course, the target of President Trump's call to the leader of Ukraine, in which he asked for an investigation to be opened that could be politically damaging to Biden, even though there is no evidence of wrongdoing on Biden's part. The former vice president says the effort to depose him as a witness is a political trap, one intended to damage his prospects against President Trump in 2020. You said that you've been smeared viciously in this whole thing, so why not get in there, back on your home court there of the Senate, and make your case in front of the largest audience possible?
My case has already been made. There's not a single solitary person in this administration who said I did anything other than my job. Not anybody in the United States of America that has been involved at all. Not anybody abroad. I did my job, and I did it really well. The problem is here, this is all about Trump's ability to try to take the focus off.
You can watch that full interview right here, Sunday, 10 a.m. on Close Up. And this is a 2-day campaign swing for Biden. He'll be holding a community event on Saturday in Salem. In the newsroom, Adam Sexton, WMUR, News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And here is a video from that community event that was held in Salem that Joe Biden was doing today. Let's take a look at this video. Look at how packed it was. They had an overflow room. Even that overflow room got packed, and the main room got packed as well. Take a look at this video. Okay, and there you go on that. Lots of people showed up for that event today. Recording appears to capture Trump saying he wants Ukraine ambassador fired. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Let's get straight to our top story. You're looking live right now at the U.S. Capitol, where today the president's legal team will be making their case in the Senate impeachment trial.
Overnight, the House managers finished their opening arguments, making the case that President Trump abused his office and tried to cover it up.
Also, overnight, ABC News obtaining a recording that appears to be a conversation including President Trump and Lev Parnas, an associate of Rudy Giuliani. The president has repeatedly denied knowing. ABC's David Wright is in Washington with this story. David, good morning.
Good morning, Eva. As his lawyers begin to mount their defense today, the president and his allies are also pushing back on new information that would seem to undermine the president's statements about one of Giuliani's indicted associates. That new information from a recording obtained by ABC News.
The biggest problem there, I think, where we need to start is we got to get rid of the ambassador.
ABC News has obtained this audio tape of what sources say was an April 2018 meeting in the Trump International Hotel in Washington. On the recording, Rudy Giuliani associate Lev Parnas appears to be telling the president that the U.S. ambassador to Ukraine has been bad-mouthing him.
Basically, walking around telling everybody, wait, he's going to get impeached, just wait. I mean, get rid of her. Hooray. Okay, get her out the door. Okay, get her out. Take her out. Okay? Do it.
Trump has repeatedly said he doesn't know Parnas, and that if they did meet, it was only in passing.
I don't know him. Perhaps he's a fine man. Perhaps he's not. I know nothing about him. I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever spoken to him.
Were you relying on Lev Parnas to get rid of your ambassador?
No, but I have a lot of people, and, he's somebody that, I guess, based on pictures that I see, he goes to fundraisers, but I am not a fan of that ambassador.
Speaking to Fox News, the president readily admitted he did want Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch removed.
But were you telling Parnas to get rid of her? I mean, you have a State Department.
Well, I wouldn't have been saying that. I probably would have said it was Rudy there or somebody, but I make no bones about it. I want to have ambassadors. I have every right. I want ambassadors that are chosen by me. I have a right to hire and fire ambassadors.
Ambassador Yovanovitch features prominently in the Democrats' case against the president. She took issue with Rudy Giuliani's effort to push Ukraine to dig up dirt on the Bidens. Democrats say that's why Trump abruptly ordered her recall.
How did that make you feel?
Terrible, honestly. After 33 years of service to our country, it was terrible. It's not the way I wanted my career to end.
But the president and his allies insist he was within his rights to do so.
An ambassador serves at the pleasure of the president. You know who said that? The ambassador herself.
Democrats say Yovanovitch didn't deserve to be fired.
This is the kind of despicable conduct that the president engages in. The despicable kind of conduct.
Important to underscore here, the recording is not in itself proof of anything illegal, but it does strengthen the Democrats' case that the president may have been directly involved in his Ukraine effort. It also suggests there may well be other information out there relevant to the impeachment that we haven't yet heard. Whit?
All right, David, write for us. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this Saturday evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed watching and have a great rest of your Saturday evening. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. Good night and bye, everyone.